So my name's Michael. I teach with Forbes Music Company. I think I've taught for 8 or 9 years with the company, so it's been great. I do guitar, but I also do composition with students. I do songwriting with students, and I've taught people of all ages. It's usually a great time. Like I just did a web series. My friend or colleague, he was producing a web series, and so he needed a theme song. It's like a 20-second piece of music, so I did that. I've done like short films for people, friends who are filmmakers. 10-minute films, 15-minute films. So things like that. It's all kinds of different writing scenarios. It might be for like a podcast. A lot of podcasts need music, so. I went to school for theory composition, more of the classical, sort of structured that whole tradition. And then when I got out, I started building my own studio. Because one thing that I wasn't really offered in grad school was a way to like record my compositions. People would be like, "What are you working on?" And I'd say, "Oh, I got all this stuff," but then I had nothing really to give people except like a recording like of a mic above the stage of like a piece that was like poorly rehearsed. So it's like, right, this is kind of embarrassing to put out. So I started learning, started building my own gear and my own studio stuff, and so I can sort of do any step along the way. I can engineer projects. I've done things in churches. I've done things in apartments. I've done things in pro studios, so I can handle that part. I can just produce, be like a sort of consultant and just provide sort of insight, coaching, sort of direct artists through the process and sort of get the best out of them. That part of the production, the producing part, I can do mixing, sort of post recording side of things. Don't master. I don't have the gear to master, but I've done I can also play guitar on recordings and like play synths and play keys. So I've done different mixes of these different things on different projects. Sometimes I'll come in, I'll just do engineering. Sometimes I'll come in, I'll just do guitar. Sometimes I'll do like everything. They both involve an element of performance. First of all, like getting up in front of people, like teaching yoga. I think for a lot of people who train to teach yoga, that's a hard part of it, is getting up and talking in front of people. And while I don't sing music, I play guitar and piano, it's still, I'm used to that performative element where you have to be up in front of people. And I improvise a lot in music when I do music. So a lot of yoga is extemporaneous talking. You plan a class sometimes, but it's more like who shows up, what's going on in the room at the time. Same with music, like what did that person do? Like, did my guitar just fail? Did this guitar cut on audible? Need to do this, and it's just kind of thinking on your feet. Ultimately, what yoga has helped me do also is just like take care of myself and make sure I can sustain what I'm doing. Because it is like being a musician, it is like a beating on your body. I don't have pain usually from playing guitar. I mean, guitar can really, it's taught me to like be more mindful of my posture when playing guitar. I spent long hours doing music production sitting, and so like if I didn't have yoga, I'd have back problems. Like I know a lot of people I work with have back issues, they have posture issues, and it's hard too. Like I do a lot of rock music, so it's like if you watch, classical guitarists will have like the perfect alignment if they're playing, and it'll be so ergonomical, but like a lot of times like I'll be up on stage and like, you're into it and you're like, it's a physical thing, and you're not always like thinking about your alignment of when you're playing your instrument, you're thinking about like emoting, you know what I mean? And you're trying to be in the music. So it's nice to have something that like counterbalances that. I mean, there's a phrase in yoga I do a lot of Ashtanga, which is like a certain lineage, and one of the phrases is practice and all is coming, and that just means like just do your practice every day, and that's the whole point, is to do it. If you want to be a writer, you want to be a musician, like show up for the process, like do it. Not every day is going to be fruitful, but you just like show up and work and like hit it. And eventually like things happen, but it's not gonna go anywhere if you don't do it. I like doing stuff in the studio, but I mean, I love performing live. A lot of my performance is like through a band. That's part of my guitar rig behind me, so it's a lot of coloration. It's a lot of like creating mood through different sounds and sort of textures. Like I have one album I worked on with a group. It was for this church, and it was for a jazz quartet and choir. We wrote like a choir piece for this church for their it's like the 150th anniversary of their church. It's like I have pedals and a lot of reverb and sort of sending sound. Like it's in a church, so we really tried to like, you know, we'll have these sounds like blossom interwoven out of the church and sort of be this sort of spiritual kind of meditative sort of experience. And so, but yeah, a lot of the guitar, like I love doing stuff like that on the guitar. I'll play or something, or play like sounds. It's kind of like taking the studio to the gig sort of thing, you know. It doesn't really matter, like ultimately, like how you're playing the instrument. If it sounds good to you, and other people think, it really only matters if it sounds good to you. I think I try to teach people that, like, if you are the ultimate arbiter of whether it's good or not, like, do you like how it sounds? And if you're happy with that, then like, and you're having fun, then that's like, you made it as a music. Like that's all you need, you know. Just like go at that. That's like all you can. And then if you have people that you trust, you can ask them to, or like, you know, a teacher or something. But you really, all that matters if like you're actually listening. You record yourself. Listen, if it sounds good to you, like it doesn't matter that you're using this finger or that finger. If it sounds better with this finger, then maybe you should use that finger. You know, it's always like, why do I have to use my pinky? Well, if you're going around the guitar with one finger, like, tends to sound like disjointed and like just jump, you know, you're just sliding around, so maybe use a pinky. My goals are just to keep doing what I'm doing, but just do it at a higher and higher level, and higher and higher sort of stakes, and for a bigger and bigger audience. Yeah, like I always think of like Call Me Maybe, that song. That song, like, it's awesome. It's like it's like the best tasting candy bar, you know? It's just like you can't not like it. It just like tastes great, you know what I mean? But it's sort of brilliant in a way, and you know, people like will dismiss pop music because it's four-chord, but it's like pretty complicated in how they're like, it's psychoacoustic. It's like they're making you like something by like, this has a lot of top end and bottom end, and it's like hitting you. It sounds louder than the next song, so it's like, and it's moving. The like dynamics are like, it's loud, but it's also like moving, and so it's like make you like react to it like on a physical level, you know. And it's like, that's pretty cool, you know.